Hare Krishna, welcome to all devotees. Now we start today's Bhagavatam class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutam Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatvajayam Udire. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Shloke. Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna Dandat Pranam. Today we continue and completing the chapter 25 of Srimad Bhagwatam, Canto 11, the three modes and beyond. From shloka number 25 to 36. Vanam tu satvikaha vasa grama rajasah uchyate tamasam dyut sadanam matniketam tu nirgunam satvika karaka asangi raga andha rajasa smrutah तामस स्मृति विभ्रष्ट निर्गुण मत अपाश्रय सात्विकी आध्यात्मिकी श्रद्धा कर्म श्रद्धा तु राजसी तामसी अधर्मे या श्रद्धा मत सेवाया तु निर्गुणा उत्तम अपुतम अपुतमनायस्तम आहार्यम सात्विकम स्मृतम राजसम च इंद्रिय प्रेष्टम तामसम च अर्थित अशुचि सात्विकम सुखम आत्मा उत्तम विषय उत्तम तु राजसम तामसम मोह दैन्य उत्तम निर्गुणम मत अपाश्रयम द्रव्यम देश फलम काल ज्ञानम कर्म च कारक श्रद्धा अवस्था आकृति निष्ठा त्रैगुण्य सर्व एव हि सर्वे गुणमया भावा पुरुष अव्यक्त धिष्ठितः दृष्टम श्रुतम अनुध्यातम बुद्ध्या वा पुरुष ऋषभ एता संस्कृतय पुंस गुण कर्म निबंधना एन इमे निर्जिताः सौम्य गुणा जीवेन चित्तजा भक्ति योगेन मत्निष्ठ मद्भावाय प्रपद्यते तस्मात् देहम् इमं लब्ध्वा ज्ञान विज्ञान संभवम् गुण संगम विनिर्धूय मां भजन्तु विचक्षणाः निस्संग मां भजेत विद्वान् न अप्रमत्त जित इंद्रिय रजतम च विजयेत सत्व संसेवया मुनिः सत्वं च अभिजयेत युक्त नैरपेक्षेण शान्तधिः संपद्यते गुणैः मुक्तः जीव जीवं विहाय मां जीव जीव विनिर्मुक्तः गुणे च आशय संभवै मया एव ब्रह्मणा पूर्ण न बहि न अंतर चरेत. Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Residence in the forest is in the mode of goodness. Residence in a town is in the mode of passion. Residence in a gambling house displays the quality of ignorance, and residence in a place where I reside is transcendental. A worker free of attachment is in the mode of goodness. A worker blinded by personal desire is in the mode of passion. And a worker who has completely forgotten how to tell right from wrong is in the mode of ignorance. But a worker who has taken shelter of me is understood to be transcendental to the modes of nature. Faith directed toward spiritual life is in the mode of goodness. Faith rooted in fruitive work is in the mode of passion. Faith residing in religious activities is in the mode of ignorance. But faith in my devotional service is purely transcendental. Food that is wholesome, pure, and obtained without difficulty is in the mode of goodness. Food that gives immediate pleasure to the senses is in the mode of passion. and food that is unclean and causes distress is in the mode of ignorance. Happiness derived from the self is in the mode of goodness. Happiness based on sense gratification is in the mode of passion. And happiness based on delusion and degradation is in the mode of ignorance. But that happiness found within me is transcendental. Therefore, material substance, place, result of activity, time, knowledge, work, the performer of work, faith, state of consciousness, species of life, and destination after death are all based on three modes of material nature. Or best of human being, all state of material being are related to the interaction of the enjoying soul and material nature, where whether seen or only conceived within the mind, they are without exception constituted of the modes of nature. O gentle Uddhava, all these different phases of conditioned life arise from work born of the modes of material nature. The living entity who conquers these modes, manifested from the mind, can dedicate himself to me by the process of devotional service and thus attain pure love for me. Therefore, having achieved this human form of life, which allows one to develop a full knowledge, those who are intelligent should free themselves from all contamination of the modes of nature and engage exclusively in loving service to me. A wise sage, free from all material association and unbewildered, should subdue his senses and worship me. He should conquer the modes of passion and ignorance by engaging himself only with things in the mode of goodness. Then, being fixed in devotional service, the sage should also conquer the material mode of goodness by indifference toward the modes thus specified within his mind. The spirit soul, freed from the modes of nature, gives up the very cause of his conditioned life and attains me. Freed from the subtle conditioning of the mind and from the modes of nature, born of material consciousness, the living entity becomes completely satisfied by experiencing my transcendental form. He no longer searches for enjoyment in the external energy, nor does he contemplate or remember such enjoyment within himself. Purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Many creatures in the forest, such as the trees, wild boars, and insects, are actually in the mode of passion and ignorance. But residence in the forest is designated as being in the mode of goodness because there one may live a solitary free life free from sinful activities, material opulence, and passionate ambition with the throughout the history of India, many millions of persons from all walks of life have adopted the orders of Varnaprasth and Sannyasa and have gone to sacred forests to practice austerity and perfect their self-realization. Even in America and other Western countries, persons such as Thoreau achieved fame by retiring to the forest to reduce the scope and opulence of material involvement. The word gram here indicates residence in the village of one's family. Family life is certainly full of false pride, false hope, false affection, lamentation, and illusion. Since the family connection is squarely resting on the bodily concept of life, the very opposite of self-realization. The word dyuta, sad, sadanam, sadanam, gambling house refers to pool halls, race tracks, poker clubs, bars, and other sinful places that maintain an abysmal level of consciousness in the mode of ignorance. Maniket refers to the Lord's own abode in the spiritual world as well as the Lord's temples within this world, wherein the deity form of the Lord is appropriately worshipped. One who lives in the temple of Lord Krishna, following the rules and regulations of temple life, is understood to be residing on the transcendental platform. In these verses, the Lord clearly explains that all material phenomena may be divided into three divisions according to the modes of nature, and that ultimately there is the fourth or transcendental division, Krishna consciousness, which elevates all aspects of human culture to the liberated platform. A transcendental worker performs his activities in strict accordance with the direction of Lord Krishna and the Lord's bona fide representatives. Taking shelter of the Lord's guidance, such a worker remains transcendental to the material modes of nature. Food in the mode of ignorance causes painful disease and ultimately premature death. The word madbhavaya prapadyate indicate the attainment of love for God or of the same state of experience, existence as that of the Supreme Lord. Actual liberation is residence within the eternal kingdom of God, where life is full of bliss and knowledge. The conditioned soul falsely imagines himself to be the enjoyer of the modes of nature, and thus a particular type of material work is generated, the reaction of which binds the conditioned soul to repeated birth and death. This fruitless process can be counteracted by loving service to the Lord as described here. The word nairapekshen refers to the complete detachment from the modes of material nature by attachment to the loving service of the Lord, which is completely transcendental. One gives up one's interest in the mode of nature. The human form of life is a rare opportunity for achieving spiritual liberation in Krishna consciousness. Lord Krishna has elaborately described in this chapter the characteristics of the three modes of nature and transcendental situation of Krishna consciousness. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ordered us to take shelter of the holy name of the Lord Krishna, by which process we can easily transcend the modes of nature and begin our real life of loving devotional service to Lord Krishna. Thus end the purport of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 11th canto, 25th chapter of the Srimad Bhagwatam, entitled The Three Modes of Nature and Beyond. Now prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guroho Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देव श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभे च कृपा सिन्धुभे एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Dandat Pranam. Today we completing 25 number chapter of Srimad Bhagwatam Canto 11, the three modes and beyond. In this, according to name, in this chapter, Krishna describing about the three modes and beyond that, uh, their characteristics and their words, all are they describing to the Uddhavas. We in this shlokas, material substance, place, result of activity, time, knowledge, work, performer of work, faith, state of consciousness, species of life, destination after that. All these things are based or depend on the three modes of material nature. And after understanding about three modes of nature, of characteristics, and after beyond that, uh, we understand that there is the most important uh, point describing in this shloka, that who take the uh, shelter of the Lord and accept the process, uh, can easily transcend the modes of nature and begin one's life of loving devotional service to the Lord Krishna. Prabhuji will tell you in again detail. Hare Krishna Dandot Pranam. Vancha kalpatarube cha कृपा सिंधुभे एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. हरे कृष्ण दंडवत प्रणाम.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So here we are seeing that Krishna is giving such wonderful information so that we understand not only these three gunas but something much more than that. So Krishna has explained to us in detail that the substance, the place, the result of activity, along with time, knowledge of underlying action, activity itself, performer, his faith, awareness, spiritual progress, destination after death, all partake of the three modes. And they manifest variously in terms of distinctions and hierarchies. But objects related to Krishna, connected with him, happiness based on him, time occupied in his worship, knowledge related to Krishna, work offered to Krishna, performer of work who acts under Krishna's shelter, faith in Krishna's devotional service, progress towards spiritual realm, and destination of Supreme Lord's personal abode, all transcend the material modes. Ideally, there are many different destinations and conditions of life for the spirit soul within this cycle of material existence. And they are all based on the modes of nature and on fruitive activities which are governed by the modes. It is only by practice of yoga, pure devotional service to Krishna, that we can conquer the three modes which ideally arise from the mind. After obtaining a human body which has the potential for developing knowledge and realization, we who are intelligent should renounce association with the three modes of nature and then worship Krishna. First, by increasing the mode of goodness, we can defeat passion and ignorance. Then, we can conquer material goodness by evolving consciousness to the platform of transcendence. At that time, we can become entirely liberated from the material modes. We can give up this subtle body, that is the material mind, intelligence, and falsehood, and attain the association of Krishna. By the shattering of subtle covering, the living entity is able to come face to face with Krishna and thus achieve fulfillment by Krishna's grace. So, this is such wonderful information which Krishna has been explaining. And how do we achieve? So, the ultimate intention is somehow or the other move from ignorance to passion to goodness to pure goodness. Because we have to be free of attachment of any kind. We have to have faith directed towards spiritual life. We have to ensure that we are consuming food that is wholesome, pure, obtained without difficulty. We have to derive happiness from service to Krishna. Because that happiness which is found in Krishna is transcendental. So let us take these facts that if you are going to be associating with the three gunas, then definitely everything is predetermined. Because all the states of material being are related to this interaction of the enjoying soul and material nature. So all these different phases of conditioned life which we are suffering are because of these three gunas. So if you conquer the modes manifested from mind and dedicate ourselves to Krishna by process of pure bhakti, then we can achieve Krishna Prem, which is pure love for Krishna. See, we have achieved this human life very, very luckily. Bahunam Janmanamanti. So, this is the form which can allow us to develop full knowledge. So, if we are intelligent, we should free ourselves from the contaminations of the modes of nature and engage exclusively in loving service to Krishna. Krishna says that a wise sage who is free from all material association and unbewildered will be able to subdue his senses and worship him. He'll be able to conquer the modes only by engaging in things in the mode of goodness. Then, fixed in devotional service, the person, the sage, can conquer even the mode of goodness by indifference towards other modes, and thus pacified within the mind. The spirit soul can be freed from the modes of nature and give up the very cause of the conditioned life. This is what we are all supposed to be doing. And the best way to do it is engage and increase your devotional service. And in Kali Yuga, this is very easy because what it requires is just simply engaging yourself in ensuring that we are chanting Krishna's name. Satatam kirtayatam. Continuous chanting. Whether we are talking, we are listening, we are sleeping, we are dreaming, whatever we do, it has to be for Krishna and with the utterance of the names of the Krishna. And by this continuous congregational chanting, Sankirtan, the effects will flow, which will remove all our previous karmas and karma phalas. And thus, we'll reach a state where our karma bank has zero karma phal balance. And that is the state when Krishna accepts us. If you have positive balance, you will go to higher planets, Svarga Loka. Negative balance, you will go to Naraka. But if you have zero balance, you will go back home directly to Godhead in Vaikuntha, or even if lucky, then directly Golok Vrindavan. And this is possible in this human form only. But if we engage just like animals into maybe eating, mating, sleeping, defending, then there's no difference between us and animals. So if you feel that you're different, you are not an animal, then start inquiring. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Why you are here? And once you are inquired, you have received the answer, start implementing how you can get out of here. That requires being in association of the devotees. reading of the scriptures continuously and consistently as much as you can, ensuring that we are always taking Krishna Prasadam, doing 16 rounds of chanting minimum, involved in deity worships, and engaging ourselves completely in service to Krishna, to the devotees, to the Guru. So let us take it very seriously. This is a very rare opportunity which we all have got, and we should not miss this rarest of rare opportunity that we have got. So if you all work together today, then tomorrow is going to be our day when we'll definitely succeed. So let us bring more people to join this movement, more people who will join us in these Bhagavatam classes, more people who will join in this chanting, and together we'll follow the instructions given to us by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu of Jare Dekho Tare Ko Krishna Updesh, and go back home, back to Godhead successfully. So let us take this very seriously now. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, संवेद भक्त वृंद की जय. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Hari Bol.